is that? Hopefully it's working. I hope. We're gonna find out. Did I actually go live on my channel as intended? I hope so. Oh, I think we're live. I'm not sure if we're live. We're gonna find out. Hello. Boop. All right. Oh, I also didn't send out that tweet yet, so that might help. I should also bring up the recipe. I haven't even done that yet. This. We're gonna go with the best ever chewy brownies, because that looks like the one that I made last time. Oh, I didn't preheat the oven. Now I preheated the oven. And just to double check. Oh, Lord. Hey, Tommy. How you doing? I guess it's working. Okay, great. Or I should still check though, huh? Did it go live? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It says it's live. But it's not live on Twitch. What's happening? This is the right place, right? Did I mess up? It's a baking stream. It's true. Is this working? That's sort of a silly thing to ask. But am I live? Hi. Taking a cue from Xander. I've been wanting to do this for a super long time. It's just I haven't had the time. Okay, great. Thank goodness. We're live, I hope. Oh, I've been meaning to do a, also, how is sound, by the way? It's a baking stream with Caitlyn. It's a Bakelin stream. Something like that. Yeah, I was going to, the game that I was playing before, Astralis, Koi, I told him I would bring him some peanut butter brownies, but we had already eaten all the peanut butter brownies that I made before. So I told him that I would make more and then bring them over, because I also have some stuff I need to take over to his house. So I'm gonna just make some brownies and we're gonna hang out and chat. That sounded like fun to me. Why is chat so tiny? Oh my goodness, gravy boats. All right, we're gonna... Yes. So I started preheating the oven because I realized I hadn't done that yet. More than likely what's gonna happen is I'm gonna start making these brownies, and then once they go in the oven, I need to like cut up this pineapple. So I'm gonna cut up a pineapple. So it's kind of like a brownies and pineapple stream. But that's what we're gonna do. Sound good? Sounds good. I just wanted to hang out, and I felt bad because I had just said I'm finally gonna start streaming on Tuesday and Thursday, and then Thursday like blew into a million pieces, and then I had no time. So I was like, you know what? We'll just stream on Saturday, and I make a brownie, so we should do it. We're so small, we must be baby. No. It's just the chat is very tiny, and I don't know how to make it any bigger. So apologies for when I have to be like, what? Because I'm gonna do it. How are you guys? Love your peanut butter brownies. Oh, I would share them if I could. I have arrived for more jokes. If anybody has any baking and or brownie puns, please feel free to drop them in. I'm gonna bring up this recipe on my... Sorry, I just got an email that I was like, what is this? I'm gonna bring up this recipe on my phone, so that I don't have to like switch between. I can make the chat bigger. Yeah. Oh, it didn't make it larger. It just made it longer. Well, you win some, you lose some. Here's the first joke. An Irishman walked out of a bar. Oh, wait. You guys. Okay. I'm going to make... I'm making from Handle the Heat. Handle the Heat. I'm making the, what are these? Best ever chewy brownies. And I hope I don't suck at it. Because there's a lot going on here. Wet pan. An 8x8? I need a 9x13. I've changed my mind. I put brownies. Okay. Well. Guys, I thought I was prepared. Can you move your phone up slightly? I can't see your credit card numbers. Yeah, no, they're quite hidden. So none of that. I should probably be more careful about that, though. Thank you. Kook, I text you. Will you be using cups? Yes, I am gonna be. I'm using like American measuring systems because I don't know the other one. Because I can't. Oh my God, Mamba's here. Hi, Mamba. Hi, Mamba. Are these it? These look like it. Fudgy brownies. This isn't it. I had one recipe that was like my favorite one. I can't find it. Maybe the recipe rebel. I'm gonna trust you, and if you betray me, I'm gonna be so upset. Cup of melted butter, that sounds right. Alright, here we go. I did pick 9x13. We're good. Okay, great. Oogity boogity. The best streams are the ones that are thought to be planned out, but don't go as planned. Hello, I see you were making food. Hi, Jade. Howdy, Knack. We're gonna make some peanut butter brownies. I've gotten more used to the metric volumes than US ones from the thing. Oh. Toasty Gawa, enjoy the sub. Thank you, Impul. You possess ananas. Congrats. Oh, okay. No worries. We'll see you in a bit, Jade. Wow, that's great. I'm gonna start doing stuff because otherwise I'm never gonna make these brownies. These are very heavy glass pans. Oh my God, I'm sorry. That was probably really loud. Tell me how volume is on things so that I have frame of reference and I'm not blowing you all out into the sun. Let's see. Oh, okay. Wait, how much butter? I feel like they said a cup. And I'm not upset if they did. They said a cup. This is a half cup of butter. This is a whole cup of butter. So we're done. I'm gonna be such a great cook, y'all. It's gonna be astounding. Bless you. Bless you. Thank you. My roommate Eric is playing games secretly in the background. It's a secret.
These are open back. I can actually do that.
It's a secret. He can hear everything I'm saying. So far it sounds good. Just dumping a bunch of butter into a bowl and calling that done. I would eat that. I shouldn't, but I would. Oh man, y'all. Oh my golly. Oh no. I'm not gonna read that one, but thanks for the follow. Have y'all's been? How's your week? Melted butter. Are you guys... What? What is open cabinet? Were you guys playing a game in chat while I was gone? Didn't surprise me. All that's happened is I put butter and sugar together. That's it. 2.5 cups of sugar. We're back. Hi. Sorry, our internet just biffed it hard, which is bad because my roommate, I have 3 roommates. I have Eric, Sarah, and Bill. And Sarah is in, I think Prince Division is the name of the D&D thing she's in right now. And, yeah, our internet just blinked out for everyone.
Spectrum is short.
Spectrum is a butt, sadly. Oh my god. If you've ever wondered what a giant blob of butter and sugar looks like, it's this. Are there other weird American types of measurements? A moment of spice? A half fish of syrup? What? I think that's perhaps my favorite explanation of of like American measurement systems. I'm very about that. I do have a mixer, but it would be so loud. So I'd rather do this by hand, where it's hopefully not terrible for you all to hear. I don't know where I put my vanilla. There you are. How much did it say? Got really terrified I was about to put fish sauce in here or something. I've been putting fish sauce on my eggs every morning for breakfast. So you'd think I'd know the container by this point, but I don't. All that we've accomplished now is a slightly darker yellow. Wait, what? 12. Look, English is a very broken language. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I think you are 100% correct. 12 inches per foot, 3 feet per yard, 5,280 feet per mile. Yeah. Hello, hero. There are definitely foolhardy units of measurements, and Americans are so proud. They really are. I say this as someone who wishes that they weren't American, so I could have it as a separate group, but I am one, so I have to be American. Oh, cooking. Yes, we are cooking. We're making, this is the very early stages of what will become peanut butter brownies that I actually can't have because they're going to have gluten in them. Am I going to eat them though? Probably. Like one. But I have all this mochi. I like had a really like exciting day where I got to do a very cool voiceover thing. So I like gave myself the treat of getting this big box of mochi because I've been wanting to go there forever. So I do have my own little treats that I'll have probably later on. 4 eggs. Holy hot damn. Whisking eggs one at a time. Beating well after each edition. 4 eggs. Why? That feels so unnecessary. I know that it's not. It makes sense, but gee, Christmas. I am making a very large pan of brownies as well. Brother! You guys. Going, somebody making brownies in here! It's true. Let me see. 4 eggs. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna make myself some tea also. Oh. Uh-oh. He's doing a vinegar bath. I don't want to drink that right now. Never mind. Okay, well then I'll do these eggs. I need 4 of them, and I need to whisk them in after each one. Oh, I was about to do it. I was about to do the thing I said not to do. Beep, beep, beep. Welcome to my house, also. Here's my kitchen. Welcome. You can tell that, for those of you that watch Xander streams as well, Xander and Morgan, you can tell that we live in the same complex because our kitchens are pretty much the same layout. And let me know the sound on this. I can move back if this is like too loud. All right, I have 1 egg down. All right, okay, good. This is a new carton, so my chances of accidentally tossing in too many or too few are much lower. Much lower. 2. Oh yeah, I also started throwing up my streams on like the pretty much the full VOD up on my YouTube channel, and I'm wanting to get some feedback from you all. Do you like, if you watch VODs, because I know that some people do you prefer the entire VOD with like just a little bit of the like intro stuff kind of chopped out and the exit stuff chopped out? Or do you prefer it to be like a highlights of like whatever moments of things that happen in the middle of it? Because the latter requires a lot more effort, but like so loud. Oh no. Do I need to, you know what? I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I'm so sorry. Was that really loud? I find the healthier I eat, the more mango strawberry. Thank you for the follow. I like the whole VOD also. Chopping up feels like I'm missing out. Okay. All right. Okay. That's totally fine. I just wanted to like, cause like when I was really, really into watching YouTube, I was very much a highlights person, and I watch everything in like double speed because that's just my personality. Of like doing way too many things at once and going way too fast. So I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't like putting up all these VODs and then you guys are like, wow, it's so long. But you know, everyone has their taste, so I don't want to like blop all that stuff out. You guys don't want to see it. I've been having a blast making the thumbnails, though. It has been a joy. There are some new things in the works. Oh, yeah, let me back up. I'm sorry if this is really loud. There are some new things in the works for the channel. I had a meeting about... a meeting. It sounds so official. I talked to one of my friends about getting emotes today. So that is actually a thing in the works for real this time, you guys. I'm very excited about it. Because Twitch has been so, like, getting to know all of you guys has been so cool. It has been a joy. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's like such, the eggs I get, I'm, like, got a little particular about my eggs because I was having so many omelets all the time. But I got a little particular about my eggs, and they're such a beautiful yellow. Ah, look at this. Look at all this. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna stop getting excited about egg, sugar, and butter. Stir in flour, cocoa, and salt. Wow, this is such a fast thing to be done. Why did I pick this? Caitlyn didn't see the kappa, apparently. Oh no, what? Why? What? If you do the whole VOD, but like a timestamp link to key moments, that could solve both ones. Oh, that's true. I didn't think of that. Why didn't I think of that? Thank you, Toasty. You were fine. Highlights are good for catching up, but full VODs can be good to have in the background. I know for TFS streams, I usually watch their VOD. Okay, that's good. Okay, then yeah, I'll just leave it as is. Highlights are a thing that like I personally enjoy, so at one point I want to get to that, but just getting up the VODs is like already enough. Like life happening all at once. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need cocoa and flour. Cocoa and flour. Beep, beep, beep. What have you guys made recently? I'm so curious of like, what has been your favorite dish to make during all of the everything that's been happening? A cup of cocoa? Ooh, boo. I don't know if I have enough. Oh, I definitely don't. Maybe it just won't be as chocolatey. Why have I done this to myself? I'm normally far more ahead of myself on having all the things that I need. But I don't today. Well, you know what? I should at least measure out what I do have to see like how far off I am. I mean, this is like the special dark. And it's a little over half a cup. I'll just add extra chocolate chips. That fixes things. Right? Yeah. Caitlyn didn't think all the way through her plan. You don't have cocoa, do you?
Cocoa?
Yeah, cocoa powder?
No.
I didn't think so. But that's okay. Caitlyn made a mistake.
No. What did Caitlyn do?
Caitlyn did not get an extra container of cocoa when making brownies.
Are these still good?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, what did I get?
Yeah, eat it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Just sitting there, I'm like, nobody's cleaning them. Like, I have my one, and I have like a 2-day rule. If nobody cleans it after
I
2
know.
days.
I've still been waiting for someone to eat the last of those peanut butter banana muffins I made. No one's touching it. I know Sarah, I think it's Sarah and Bill don't like eating the last one.
Okay, what?
I think I'm gonna be, oh my goodness, gravy cakes. Smitha, thanks for the host. What? Honestly, Caitlyn, what are we gonna do with you? You're just so nuts. Oh my gosh, okay. Can never go wrong with more chocolate. Eating the last cookie is a very Swedish thing. Then mail it to me. I'll eat it. I can't. It's not even a cookie. It's mochi. It's actually, you know what? I'm gonna eat it. No one else is eating it, so I'm gonna do it. It is chocolate mochi. And on the inside is Nutella. I can't even really squish it out, but there's Nutella inside of that.
It's really good.
It's very good. It's very chocolatey.
Maybe put a little bit of that on that.
No. This is just raw egg and sugar and butter. You know, I think I'll get away. Because that's not even fully mixed. That's like pretty dark already. I think if I put in enough chocolate chips, it's kind of not going to matter as much. Raw eggs, sugar, and flour. Ha, nice. Mochi jealousy. Oh my gosh, dude. This entire container is filled with mochi. You know what? I'm gonna pop this top off. That sounds mildly inappropriate. This is what I was talking about when I said I got like a little mochi crazy this week. This was full. I've been eating them every day. They're great, but also I gotta chill it. Also, I found these boba ice cream bars. Really stupid good. What was the bad pun? Did I make a pun? Did I make a pun? I don't think I did. Maybe I did. We back. Hey, Dougler. Yeah, sorry. Internet pooped out for a second. So are the knives and other sharp objects under lock and key after your last cooking stream? No, I got into that coconut just fine. With my Dremel. No one stopped me and no one called the police, so we're fine. I think. This is gonna take, whoop, one of these babies. All right. Spatulas are perhaps my favorite thing to use when cooking, because I don't have to waste literally anything. Okay. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so creamy. Okay, I see where having more cocoa would have been beneficial for me here. But you know what? That's still pretty chocolatey, I would say. This almost looks like a ganache. I feel like I whipped it proportionately of what they were talking about. I almost feel like it's very poofy. Like it's on its way to being a meringue. All right, what else am I supposed to add? Salt? I think we get enough of that from going on the internet. Okay, I'll go. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. That's fair. Yes, that's how you measure a teaspoon. You just randomly grab little pinches of it and keep tossing it until you feel satisfied. That's my view on salt in baked goods. Is that how you're supposed to do it? No, of course not. It's a science. You shouldn't be doing that like that at all. But that's how I do it. Chocolate chips for sprinkling on top or to mix in. Optional. There's no option here. I keep this in my fridge at all times. This used to be full. I'm gonna say 1, 2. 3. Okay. Is Ed there? Say hi to him. Oh, he was just here, actually. On this episode of Caitlyn's Kitchen. Didn't realize his name is on the lease. Wait, what? Oh no, I have to catch up. 1 second. Do you have to fight the microwave? Decepticon? Never had any what? Wait, mochi? Or what? Boba bars? You've been talking to Julie. I have. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's these. She's the one who got me on them. It's literally like boba. Alexandros, thank you for the follow. It's literally like ice cream, but with boba, and it has the like, the sugar everywhere, like already melted and all that. So basically, like eating it is like eating boba milk tea, but as an ice cream. It's really good, and the boba are actually like chewy, which is nice. Because that's one thing I hate in ice cream is that anything that's in there gets like too hard and then it sticks to your teeth, and I hate that experience. So when it's like the boba bars are really great because like it's actually chewy and it stays chewy even though it's completely frozen. I honestly think I should put in more chocolate chips. That's just my take. I think I'm gonna, yeah. Cause see, like, it's lumpy. There's chocolate chips in there, but there's not like so many that you regret your life. And that's what I want to make, is I want you to have so much chocolate that you question which way is up or left. I want you to be staring down the void when you eat these brownies. And we're good. Okay. She's not that. She's half baked. Oh, that was a good pun. Get out of Xander's house. What? No, this is my house. And you know that, Aunt. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. 91. Oh my goodness. I don't even know. Devos. I don't know what that is. But thank you for the follow. Yeah, Jill was worried about you using a knife. Didn't realize his name is on the lease. It's not. He's my neighbor, though. Judging. Yeah, that sounds like a good night. I literally have a small measuring cup called Just a Pinch. That is how Jeff cooks. Intense judging. No more judging. You should have salt baited. Oh my god, you're right. Missed opportunity. Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh, that was a host before. Thank you for the follow. Dump the bag. Why have I not seen that at Costco? That's exactly where I got it. I got it at Costco. Caitlyn is a Costco chocolate Cutco knife having adult, and I approve. Thanks, Carbon. I do like chocolate a lot. You should bet another cup of chocolate chips. I love how that happened, even though I hadn't read this yet. Woman after my own heart. She keeps bulk chocolate chips in a cold place. Yeah, that's what I snack on at night. I get a little shot glass so that I don't eat like too many of them, because that's like the end of the day snack, you know? But I'll get a little shot glass and I will fill it up, and that way I know that I've had approximately like an ounce or two of chocolate, and then I'm not going buck wild on it. All right, this is a questioning the void amount of chocolate chips, so that looks good. Oh my god, Kate, I'm so glad I'm not your roommate. I would get so fat eating your delicious chocolatey desserts. I don't make them very often. This is not a regular occurrence. Roommates can attest. I make muffins with some regularity, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, mochi, I've never had any. Oh, mochi's really good. What if we already regret life? Then what, you know, there's new heights to find. New regrets. This sounds amazing. I need one of those brownies, please. I would if could. Okay, wait, I need to wash my hands and get this thing ready. Because after I pop this in the oven, I'm just gonna cut up a pineapple. Which I scared the shit out of my roommates with when I came home. Lies. By the way, tomorrow's my mom's 70th birthday. Can I get a mini happy birthday song from you? Yes? What is her name? I'll sing it. You can clip it and send it to her. The Lego Pirates would often rate it. What does that mean? Bacon the over... What? Bacon the over for half a voice act. Oh, bake in the oven for half a voice actor session. I mean, that's if they're like an hour. The session I had earlier this week was like 40 minutes long. Add that pineapple to the corner for good measure. No! Cynthia. Oh, that's so cute. Well, I'll do it very quick. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cynthia. Happy birthday to you. There you go. What we baking? We baking some brownies. Oh my god, did I do everything already? Oh, optional. All right, I was gonna get the butter. I know, I'm like moving with increasing speed. I probably need to slow down. I'm literally taking a pat of butter that I use for my toast and lining the pan with it. Because that's the type of person that I am. It's my butter. I'm the one who eats it. So I don't care that I'm touching it. Because I also just washed my hands. Always wash your hands in between every step. Every single step. Don't get gross food poison things. Please. I feel like at some point I should do a Twitch chat food creation thing of like I will provide options of ways that things can go, of like ingredients that I have available, and then y'all vote on what happens there. Oh, did that go up high enough actually? Because I really don't want it to bake onto the sides. That would be awful. Really, really awful. Okay. Okay. Now I can put up the butter, put in the mix. I'm gonna melt some peanut butter before I put it on top, and that way it'll actually spread. Oh, did I put that in backwards? You bet your sweet if I did. Oh boy. Now my hands are covered in butter again. This is what happens when you start moving too fast. You don't pay attention to tiny details, and then it bites you in the butt. Great. Okay. I need How much peanut butter should I put on this? Like 3/4 cup? Half cup? How about this? 2/3 cup. That sounds accurate. Excuse me, I'm gonna go wrap my mom plastic bubble wrap so she doesn't get any older. I know the feeling. Why am I getting Mr. Rogers vibes? Because I sang happy birthday, probably. You're also baking at a hyper temperature for a while, so that'll kill any germs on there. Very true. A choose your own cooking adventure. Exactly. Maybe I would do that with, I could also do a poll on Twitter of like what recipes you guys would like to see, because I don't mind experimenting in the kitchen. All right. So how we're gonna do this is I'm going to blop a bunch of peanut butter in a cup. Sorry if this is loud. Let me know on volume, y'all, because I know that some of you are like, I don't care, but I can adjust the volume, and I would rather that I not blast out your earlobes with stuff. Okay. All right, I love peanut butter. Peanut butter is one of my favorite things ever. Isn't this a shared house between 4 roommates? Yes. I have 3 other roommates as well. I could go sideways in a hurry. It really could. I feel like I'm playing Cooking Mama. You should go grab some Foreverware for her. Knit Erie Indiana series. Add peanut butter, remove the jar. Not in that order. Doing a cooking with Caitlyn stream where we can cook with you. I would love to do that. The logistics of doing that are like nigh impossible right now. It's just a little too complicated. All right, so this is the beginning stages of what I want. Because I need it to be melty so that it'll actually like run like a sauce over top. Because if it can't do that, then I can't get it to drizzle. Because that's how you get that drizzly effect on things. And I am 100% gonna eat this spoon when I'm done with it. Not the whatever, you know what I mean. I don't know why I'm... Hello, ring light. Now you know how I'm lighting the kitchen. Oh, no. All right, I think 20 more seconds will be fine. It's a beautiful day in the kitchen. Hood. Choose your adventure stream could work with pizza. Ooh. See, I like a lot of weird stuff on pizza, so I feel like it would be very difficult for me to not like it. Not to the years over. Oh no, we're having a pineapple pizza war. I'm for pineapple pizza, so that's me. And yet you're still quieter than Nick. Speedrun cooking? Oh my god. I would do it. You know what? I've been watching a lot of the Great British Bake Off with Sarah lately, which I'm both very happy and very sad about because it just makes me want to bake things, and I'm really not supposed to be having any gluten. Also, look at how this turned out. Looks great, I think. Oh my god, it's really heavy though. This is the Questioning the Void brownies. The I have a reason to live another day brownies. You know, sometimes you need that. Sometimes you, as long as it's not like every day, that you're like, you know what? I need this. I need this to get through my day, and I'll be in a better mood for it. And now we're just here. I'll put it where the action is. Needs more chocolate. She's gonna get the spoon. That's right, I am. All right, this is what's happening down here. I'm just spreading it out. And I'm glad that I put the butter as high as I did, because this is gonna be a lot of brownie since I added so many chips. Probably far more than was actually necessary. But I have no regrets. wink, wink, wink. All right. And then we're going to take this peanut butter, which is now very saucy. See how smooth? It's perfect. And then you just... Okay, I may have put way too much peanut butter in this. Maybe I'm just gonna drink some. Don't question that, Eric. I heard you beginning to question it, and I don't think you should.
I inhaled sharply.
Mm-hmm.
You can take whatever you want from that.
Mm-hmm. I may have... Yep, this might have been too much peanut butter. You know what? You're right. There's no such thing. I'm just gonna Jackson Pollock this.
Did you ever see that? There was a documentary called Who the Fuck is Jackson Pollock?
No, I did not.
Really interesting. I just love the title of it.
Who the fuck? I mean, basically it's how to take a concept and sell it to wealthy people.
Basically. I mean, the concept was a trucker found what she thought was a Jackson Pollock painting at a pawn shop.
Oh, no, I did see that.
Yeah.
Okay, this has gotten excessive. This is mostly peanut butter now. Nope, I don't regret that at all. Oh my god, okay, there's a lot of peanut butter everywhere. All right. Sorry. Hi. Okay, how long do I need to bake this? 26. You know what? We're gonna make it, I'm gonna set it for 28. Because the peanut butter is actually gonna take much longer to do things. Okay, now I'm just gonna eat peanut butter while we chat. And then I'm gonna cut up a pineapple. I guess I could also make banana muffins right now, but I don't want to blast through all the peanut butter like in a day. Also, props to actually making brownies instead of melting a bunch of Reese's peanut butter cups in a pan and calling it a day. Yeah, you know, you can. You can do that. Hello, Maha Dragon. How are you? Damn it. I keep forgetting. I'm not doing the workout stuff right now. I appreciate you, but I forgot to remove it again. I forgot about them too. I can't do them at the moment. In all honesty, I am exhausted. It has been a very long week. That one I can do. And thank you for being understanding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to update everything on there yet. Pretty much all facets of my life are a work in progress at the moment. Hey, Eric, is the vinegar bath for the kettle done?
It should be by now, yeah.
Okay, do I just pour it?
Sure. Well, no, actually,
Do you need to boil it again?
I think you need to boil it.
Okay.
I haven't boiled it yet.
Okay, I will boil it.
So,
Thank you. Oh, it looks nice. Looking very fancy.
Well, hopefully when it boils, this big problem with California. A lot of lime in the water.
So much. It's like, it's excessive.
Yeah.
Very fucking excessive.
You gotta always have white vinegar on hand.
Just to get all the lime off of stuff. It is a lot. Oh shit. I forgot to take a drink. Sorry. Oh, they have hydrate.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cute.
It's easy to forget. See? I forgot to, there's like push-ups and sit-ups and squats, which I forgot to turn those off, and I thought it was funny to make it 420. But then I'm too tired. What? It's funny. But then I've been too tired to do that. So then I switched to... Oh, Aunt's back. Hi, Aunt.
Hey, Aunt. How you doing, man? Too sweet.
At least drink the water after the peanut butter. I thought I heard something about recess peanut butter cups. Reese's. Oh, recess. Now I understand your confusion. No, Reese's. Thought I... Oh my gosh. And you like, for those of you, of course you don't know, fucking know this. Antfish haunts me with cursed images of food, like Baja Blast Pop-Tarts. And
Wait,
yeah,
what?
like it's like cursed foods. And you have a better you have a better grasp on like the horrible things you've sent me. I can't even like fathom them at the moment, other than the like Baja Blast like Pop-Tarts. And it's basically just like the worst possible thing combined with something else that makes it horrific. Like a horror movie and food.
By Baja Blast, do you mean like
Mountain Dew.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Mountain Dew Pop-Tarts. And like ramen with Mountain Dew.
Is it so wrong that I
one.
wouldn't be opposed to trying those?
Don't. I can't have more of this in my life.
I'm not saying.
I don't want more. Ramen.
That's the thing. I'd be just curious enough to try. No, that is enough for me.
He says ramen with Mountain Dew Red or Dr. Pepper ranch flavor.
Okay, ranch flavor now. Yeah.
I can't be in support of these things.
Mountain Dew Code Red Pop-Tart.
No. 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 Ugh. So upsetting. Fish with ice cream, peanut butter and ham. Don't. I would eat the peanut butter and ham. Yeah, I'd do that. Yeah, see, Felt's what they're with me. Ravioli with spiders? No! That one's horrific. A second cousin twice removed. Amount of salt. So that's like not very much then, right? This is already starting to solidify. That's the thing about peanut butter and anything. You think it's going to be like a liquid forever, and then it starts to become the peanut butter again. Toshikawa ought to be... Caitlyn ought to be used to calcium water. Indiana limestone makes a crunchy water source. It does, and it's not great. I think it's equal to a smidgen. Go for prison ramen, peanut butter and pickles in chicken ramen. I don't know why, but that sounds good. Maple syrup salad dressing. The snow caught in boots flavored ice cream. That's really not great. Wow. I'm gonna fill this up a little more. I have to like squish down to see. Oh my god, I forgot that that was boiling and it scared me. I'm about to cut up this pineapple over here. I haven't had a pineapple in like months, but for whatever reason I was just super in the mood to get one. My mom and I, in the waybacks when I lived with my parents, every week we go in and got groceries. I always wanted to like get a new fruit just to try something new that I'd never tried before. And it was always a really good time. I don't know why. I have very fond memories about going to the grocery store and being like, I have no idea what that fruit is or how to cut it up. Let's get one. Let's see what happens. It's like Thai style ramen, but made of prison commissary options. Huh. I mean, it makes sense. It actually doesn't sound bad. Because, yeah, like, you can have peanut sauces and Thai food and whatnot. So I don't think it'd be bad. I had pineapple yesterday. Pretty good. Ice cream with burnt toaster oven shaving sprinkles. Maybe that'd be good, though? I mean, not great. Don't get me wrong, but... You know. Alright. I also haven't had dinner. Should I eat or should I just eat dessert? I feel like I should eat, probably. Burnt toaster oven sprinkles, add crunched up cornflakes, and flash fry that ice cream. Oh, you mean by like rolling it? Like when you take the ice cream out and you roll it in little sprinkle or cornflake bits or something? I'm gonna use this. Ooh. And just so everyone knows, no, they did not keep the knives away from me. All right, we're gonna cut this baby up. Here, for those of you that have never seen a pineapple cut up before, it's what I'm about to do right now. Once with salsa in the middle, eat food and then dessert. Y'all keeping me responsible. All right, cutting time. That's what happens when you fuck with me. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. That was a dumb joke. And also a little scary. Oh, not deep enough. I wish you all could smell this. Because it smells really good. Like, really good. A bald pineapple looks wrong. Don't clip that. No. Don't clip any of that. You jerks. Just trying to get me in trouble. All right. The only thing I don't like about cutting up a pineapple is like how kind of deep you have to cut into it, because otherwise you're gonna like not get all the seeds out. I think it's pineapple that's like not actually one fruit. It's like a bunch of different fruits all in a colony. I remember hearing something about that. These things also take like years to grow. Like, doesn't every pineapple take, like, a long-ass time to become an actual... I'm salivating. This looks so good to me. But, I think it's, like, pineapples take... a couple of years, I feel like, is the actual answer on that. But I don't quote me on it. I just had a very panicked moment of being like, did I set the timer? I did. Don't fuck with Caitlyn. Oh no. I should have known that was going to be a clip. Well, now you know. All right. Oh my goodness. Toasty Gawat. Oh, thank you for the follow. Were you not following? I feel like you followed. Or am I just crazy? Maybe I'm losing it. I mean, we're all losing it, to be fair. After what this year has done. I hear Eric laughing in the background.
No, sighing.
Sighing. Can't tell.
I shouldn't be, though, with the air quality as it is right now.
Oh, good lord. You ain't wrong. All right. Secretly, I worked in kitchens for a long-ass time. Doesn't mean I'm great, but I do kind of know what I'm doing. Kind of. Oh, sorry. I could go for some pineapple salsa right about now. Oof. Yeah, that sounds really good, actually. See, I expected you to just bite all the way into the side. Or greater that beast. It's 2 plants. It's pine and apple. Wow. Too late. I made 3 copies in case you try to delete it. There's a YouTube way of picking them out one by one, but it never works because it's never the right stage of ripeness. Oh no, notifications while she's holding a knife. Thankfully, I'm very focused on when it's like video games, I can't control all of the motor skills of the character I'm playing. So that's what makes me so panicked, is because I only have like, you know, a couple of options of things that I can do movement wise for this character, or it's gonna get killed. So that's what makes me panic so much when I'm in a game. And I think it kind of translates to all the games, because then I like lose it a little bit. But I have like something I'm used to doing. Also, I cut the core out, and you kind of like press a little bit, and if it feels too hard, then you need to remove more of the internal bit. That's my take. Oh, sorry. Is that really loud? I can do that less if need be. Oh man, this is juicy. Aunt, I already know. Posture check. Yeah, I'm not standing very well right now. Dang, that's some good pineapple. I picked a good one. I'm proud of myself right now. Ooh. One thing I've never made that I really want to try making at some point is pineapple juice. But I always have like pineapple for too many days in a row, and then I burn my tongue on the acid. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I would have lost a finger by now. I hit the wrong button and had to reflow because they're... Oh, you're fine. I'll be happy when this year is over. I have a job and can start going back to my martial arts classes. Oh, cool. What classes are you taking, Goldman? I was in jiu-jitsu for about 1.5 years, I'd say. And then I got the job I have now, and that kind of complicated things to where I couldn't go anymore. Well, I also moved, so I'm not as close to that particular gym anymore. Which makes me sad because I love them. Kaiju MMA. They're great. They're really great. Oops. I cut off too much on that one. So now there's like a little on the core. Ooh, it's so juicy. You don't like pineapple juice? I love it. Between the acidity and the enzymes called proteases, they chew up the proteins. Oh. Yeah, there's a saying that pineapples eat you. They really do. I've burned my tongue so many times eating pineapple. Wait, worried about the too loud? Is that a cardioid? Next time move the mics so the side points at the cutting and front is your face mouth. I should probably just put it up here, honestly. Because the cutting is like down here. So that's probably part of my issue. Protease. Protease? Am I saying that correctly? Protease, like ACE? Protease. Protease. Okay. The only thing I've heard about with pineapple is bromide, something like that. I don't remember what all that does, but I remember the word. Look at those perfect little slices. I'm gonna have to eat these really quickly. Mainly because it's to the point of ripeness that like I'm worried that it's gonna start going bad sooner than later. Haedong Gumdo? Korean sword art. For about 5 years, I say about because COVID. I'm a first band black belt. Is that what you meant? I need to go for second. Oh no, Dan. Don? I'm probably saying that incorrectly. So I like the sound effects. Everything that was missing from the Dexter intro. Don, degree of black belt. Degree of black belt in martial arts. That makes sense. I was literally just about to hit my blue belt when I had to quit. But that's mainly because of how I got really sick last year. Like really sick. I was basically just ignoring it. And then when I got the job, it got worse because I was basically exhausting myself by doing way too many things at once, which I'm better now. Better. And then I had to like not because I kept getting hurt. So Korean sword art, what all does that entail? Is that a lot of technicality of like stopping and starting? Is it a lot of movement and flow? Like what all does that entail? You want a piece of pineapple?
No, a small piece.
Go for it.
Korean sword art just makes me think of like... Korean sword art just makes me think of like a real-time strategy sword art online. Like a StarCraft sword art online game.
Oh, I see that. What up, Shank? We...
It's all in here.
Ram and Dude Gomun, Impul, Toasty, Mamba.
This pineapple reminds me of Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
I miss it so much.
Same.
Where'd you go when you visited?
It was I think it was one of the big islands.
Honolulu?
I think so. Because we went all the way to the southern tip. Because we have a friend that lives there on a farm.
Oh.
So we just went and stayed on the farm.
A farm on Hawaii? That's quite a vacation.
Yeah, it was great. I wake up and there would be like goats outside. And then you look out the other side and like all the way down was like the beach. But like no one lived down there because it's all farm. It was great. Who's Mamba? Says Mamba. Word to your twice removed smidgens. I love that. Big ups. There's a lot of movement. Kendo is one-on-one focused, while Gumdo is more battlefield and multiple attacker forms. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Man. Yo. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I wanted to be a weaponsmith. Like when I was in middle school, going into high school, like that was my, like, I'm going to do that. Because I got into jewelry making in high school. And then I learned how like forging worked and stuff, and like the hammering and the how long to keep the torch on the metal and everything. So I was actually like actively helping an artist's, like an artist's, not a commune. It's like a live-in program for artists. So I was helping them build a forge in the hopes that I could be using that forge after I graduate, because I knew I was going to lose access to everything. And it didn't end up culminating. And many things happened, and I actually ended up moving out here because I thought I was going to build sets and props. And that's how I kind of fell into acting instead. Because I did some background acting and was like, oh yeah, I really love that. I miss blacksmithing. Oh man, it's so fun. I think that's you. Wait, what are you talking about? Yeah, we briefly talked about Forge Fun. Briefly, a flippin' decade ago at C2E2. Oh my god. Wait. I'm very bad with names, but if there's a picture of that experience, please send it to me, because my memory is shot. Like I said, I do too many things, and sometimes things get filed way back. But that's so cool. I'm glad that we talked about forge stuff. That makes me really happy. Same, I thought weapon making was so cool. Then everyone called me a nerd, so I became a welder instead. One day I will make a sword. Do it, Smitha. Do it. My senior project was with a local blacksmith. I was able to make a sword and a dagger. I still have them somewhere. Oh, that's so cool. This guy here, what the hell is this? I'm making brownies. And also I cut up a pineapple. That part has already come to completion and now I'm just kind of eating it. I'm eating pineapple for dinner and then I'm probably going to eat a brownie, which I shouldn't have. I never put the flour in. I made a grave error. I have no idea what those are going to come out like. That's really bad. You guys, I didn't put any flour in those brownies. None. I didn't put in any. They're not going to rise at all. They're going to be closer to fudge. I've made a grave mistake. Did you put the weed in them? No. Oh no. My face is turning red because I'm both embarrassed and frustrated with myself. I was so proud of myself. I'm like, I got everything in there. It was only like a cup or something of flour. I was so proud of myself. Okay. I finished this recipe. Okay, when I was working for Bon Swan. That makes sense. One moment. Ooh, my lips are already burning. Alright, I'm gonna put this up. I can't believe I did that. I'm so upset with myself. Yeah, they're like, there's only 3 minutes left. So they're setting up as brownies look, are supposed to look. This is gonna be fun, guys. I guess they're gluten-free now. I can have them. Oops. Fuck. I can't believe. I mean, I can believe, but I can't believe that I did this. I can't believe I've done this. But I can. Oops. Clip that and send to Nick now. No. You're just sitting here casually talking to us, then stop and realize you forgot something. You know what it probably was? I was probably like, I can't have flour. So I'm like, oh, I can't have flour. I won't put the flour in. I won't put the flour in because I can't have it anyway. I can't. But now I can have them. I'll dig if there are pictures. Oh, man. Don't worry about the flour. It'll still taste like awesome. I mean, yeah, it's going to be so much chocolate, peanut butter, egg. If anything, honestly, because I whipped it up so much with the egg, it's probably still going to be like a certain kind of fluffy. It's probably just, it's going to be, I would imagine, more fudgy than like, it's going to lose the cakiness to it. I think. I can't believe I did that. I just got my wave 3 set up. I'm very excited. What's that? I was wondering about that. What? You knew? You knew and you didn't call me out? Why can't you have gluten right now? So after a metric ton of experimenting with my diet, I found out that after tons of research and talking to family members and my nurse, who's also in the medical field, I have all of the symptoms that I have a very high gluten intolerance. Not in the way that it makes me sick, but it's like how do I explain this? It makes me feel fuzzy brained. Like I wake up and like my nerves get inflamed and it's very hard. Like it's already kind of hard for me to focus, but like that makes it really hard for me to focus. We'll see what happens. Oh boy. But anyway, yes, I stopped having gluten just because, like, one, I feel way better, and two, it's just like, if I don't have gluten, then I'll actually care more about the things that I'm eating on a regular basis, so it got a little easier for me. I hope this doesn't sound weird, but what's on your pants? It's flowers. Wink. They're just little flowers. That's it. It's little flowers and they're maroon. We believe in you. Moment of truth. Like sugar in the gas tank. Not firing quite right. Exactly. Like, it's just, I don't feel great. Oh my god. Oh, wow. That's... It wiggled. So it's not done. I'm gonna have to give it 4 more minutes. Give me 1 moment. I'll be right back. My lips are on fire from eating all that pineapple. I have I've had this like allergic reaction thing that's been happening on my lip, and eating pineapple made it way worse. You made pudding, I think. Yeah, it's not really so I have it in there at 325. I had to double check. I have it in there at 325. It's been in for 26 minutes. But I also added like an extra cup and a half of chocolate chips to it as well. So I think it's good that it's at a lower temp. The eggs were very fresh, so we should be fine. Is it too late? Oh, it's very late. like it's way too late. If it was any earlier... if it was any earlier in the cooking process, I might be able to I might have been able to do that, but like we're 26 minutes deep into the cooking process now. Like, it's too late. An ex of mine used to eat vinegar chips to get bigger lips. Ew, no. I'm very not about that. Also, sorry for the burp. Not sorry, also. Eric, can I dump the vinegar water?
Go for it.
Okay. I want tea. Alright, I'm gonna leave this. I've got a million different kinds. Good lord. Sounds like you should cut that with ice cream. I should. With one of those boba bars. I did have... Yo, I got it. Bake a cake. Use this as frosting. Ah! Hi, Bradley. You know what? I am gonna eat one. I'm gonna eat one. I've been pretty good at tempering myself with eating like only one of these a day. They're very small, but it's a brown sugar boba bar, ice cream bar. I don't have bad ideas that you know of anyway. Put it in the freezer after. Bradley got scared again. Every time. Yes, so they look really weird, but they taste really good. See, so like the sugar's already melted and doing its thing on the bar. But then like you can kind of see, oops, I touched it. You can kind of see the like boba in it, but they're really good. Yeah, you see that bowl? So the tapioca pearls are in there, and they're chewy. Oh, this was a very wise choice. Thank you. Looking for a recommendation. Sweet gods. I found this in, it looks like raw bacon. Kind of, I guess. Sorry. I know you guys don't mind the cleave, but I don't want it to be based. I don't want our conversations to be based on the cleave. Thank you. Oh man, this thing is just like not setting. I'm gonna turn the heat down and then put it in for, cause it's wiggly, like really wiggly. This I found in Little Tokyo. It's really good, like really good. Frame of reference. And you see the little bubble balls. It's weird to bite directly into a bubba, but it's really tasty. Raw flavored bacon popsicle. Oh, raw bacon flavored popsicle. I don't think I would eat that. Almost looks like someone made an ice cream bar with Cadbury cream eggs. Little Tokyo. Yep. Don't worry, I'm here to keep everyone in check, Caitlyn. I appreciate you, Mama. You're eating it right now. Oh, it's really good. See? So little pearls. They're very good. Man. What a week it's been though, right? That raw bacon ice cream. It does have a weird look. I'll give you that. I think if there was a like a honeydew one of these, I'd be in trouble. It looks like a caramel whiskey ice cream. Ooh, that does sound good. You have Cadbury cream egg McFlurries? What? No. Do you? Where are you? Don't tell me actual locations, just generalized. Like country. Imagine having that ice cream bar on screen and paying attention to literally anything else. Caitlyn, who? You ain't wrong. This thing is really good and strange. I don't know if you can see how like the sugar is like kind of a separate part of the ice cream. I don't know how they did that. It's good. Oh, you're in Canada. Oh, that makes more sense. Food's great, y'all. I'm about it.
I never saw anything like that or heard anything about that.
We have McFlurries. Those are McFlurries every year at Easter. Did you have them there this year? I'm sure you did though, right? Segregationist ice cream? Wouldn't be unthought of. But, you know. I'm trying to remember. There was something that happened this week that I was going to talk about, and I cannot remember. Yes, one of the small blessings of 2020. Yeah, y'all. Man, what a year 2020 has been. I don't know about you guys, but there's been a lot of like crazy shit happening. Just like all the time. Not just with like the 2020 everything. More of like in personal life too. It's been all over the board. I have some berry medleys in my freezer. So I grabbed some farmer's cheesecakes to have them with. Ooh. Rough. 2020 was rough. I feel that. But it's like bad things are happening, but good things are happening too. So it's like finding a balance between everything is kind of a harder. It's like when you have terrible thing after terrible thing after terrible thing. Maybe the Mayans were a few years off in their predictions, forgot to carry one or something. I don't think so. I think life is just hard sometimes. And figuring out. Ooh, good gravy. Cryptic. Oh, thank you for the follow. Figuring out, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. So it's not, blasting y'all to the nth degree. Yeah, I don't know. It's been, I've been at my job for 5 years, so that's a tragedy, but I'm buying a house, so meh. We still got a third of it to go, so no bets and no past tense. I do have some VO work coming up though. I'll just do tomorrow. First time since July. It's not always on 3, but it's work. Hey, ma'am. Everything you do is a stepping stone to the next thing. So don't be Don't be frustrated by where you are. There's always going to be another level. Like, always. Even when you're at the very, very top. Tip top, there's another thing to do. Hi, Joe. And yes, break a leg. It's been a weird year. I feel like I decided that this year... Ooh, thank you. I decided that this year was going to be the year that I worked on camera. And that was probably not the best timing. But you know what? I've been working really hard on it. And things are still kind of happening. I am not sure what to do about this. Because I really don't want to take this out and just have the whole thing fall in on itself. But I also don't want it to burn on the bottom. I'm going to give it 5 more minutes and then we're going to call it. Because that's like 40 minutes. If I have to scrap this whole thing, I would be really sad. Save your points? For what? I lost the super job. But I shall find the super duper job. Hell yeah. That's basically like the mentality we have to have. Because like, there's going to be bad things. There's always going to be bad things. Thanks, Caitlyn. You might know me. It's not my nature to value myself. I'm working on it. Honestly, same. Like, I think it's just sort of intrinsically us to not put value in ourselves. We have to figure that out over time. We have to know what that is. Strength, are you in? Do I know you outside of here? I'm sorry, I'm really bad with usernames if you're not like constantly in front of me. Why are you telling people to save their points, Mamba? What are we saving up for? Drew? Drew from where? I know several Drews. I also know several Andrews. You can just private message me later. You don't have to completely out yourself of your username here. Cons. Chessex. Hello. How are you? Caitlyn, you voice a girl with a massive rack, wearing a leather outfit, riding a motorcycle, playing a children's card game. You've reached the peak. I don't know, because that was actually a parody. I can't really count that. It was fun. Don't get me wrong, but I can't say that's my peak. It was a very good time though. I don't disparage that. You might know him, Bradley.
Because you need, what do you need? You need the badge or...
The voiceover community like randomly actually knows each other in LA.
I know.
Like, it's a thing that just happens. You don't mean for it to, but it does.
You need the badge,
I'm a VO guy too, just talking shop. Yep. Yeah, we really do. And I knew you before I even moved out here. Like, way before. Because I used to work conventions for, like, a long time. I was working conventions for, like, 8 years or something. So I met a bunch of people there. And then when I moved out here, I was like, oh, you're here? When did that happen?
2 tributes. Okay, so wait, let me, I know the...
Okay. We've got a minute and a half left.
So what objective?
Ooh. You don't mean for it to, but it does. She says, living in a house of just voiceover people. I mean, when I moved out here, I was like living with voiceover people from kind of the get-go. So then more of the people that I met were more of the people that they knew. And so it was like getting to know a lot of voiceover people, and that was pretty much it. I think we met at ooh, goodness gravy. Grimola's Prime. Oh, thank you for this follow.
Which one's Slavish Defender?
Now Caitlyn's gonna be promoting her new game role while on Graham Norton for her new movie. I wouldn't be upset if I was doing that, but you know. Yeah. Yeah, you just come across people. You don't mean to, but you do. Now I expected Dean to jump out and yell, VA House! Hi, Shinichi. It's good, except I forgot to put flour in the brownies. So, I don't know how it's gonna come out. I don't know. Ah! Yeah. Oh, yeah, you guys should definitely get to chatting and say hello. Yeah. I didn't put the flour in, you guys. So, I'm not sure. She's fine. We're all here now. I know. I really messed up. 3, 2, 1. Let's see what happens. All right, I'm gonna turn this light off because I don't need it. All right, All right. You guys see this? See that? It's not supposed to do that. But it is setting up. I think, but I can't tell if it's burning. It's like definitely crisping on the outside. And it's not. Alright. I'm gonna. Oh, Lord. I can't believe I didn't put flour in it, you guys. It's so important. Okay, it's going back in. Oh my god, I think all the peanut butter sank through as well.
Okay, fuck you guys. Like
I'm putting it down to 300.
And now you make me want Taco Bell.
And now, okay, I put it down to 300 because it's already it's already like kind of cooked. It's mostly set, but like the center of it is still very wiggly. Yeah, it's a brownie casserole type thing, which makes me concerned. Break out the Doritos. Just dip Doritos in the brownie, whatever. Oh. Okay, if it's too wiggly since it cooled, blend it up with some vanilla ice cream and swirl it. You know what? I very much could. Just talking back, you could maybe get a show on Cartoon Network. I don't think I want that. Man, yeah, it's a little too wiggly. Yeah, it is still wiggly. It's very wiggly. It's like, it's okay. So it's set on the top. So it's like when you poke it, it's like a little bit crisp. So I'm hoping that by lowering the temperature and baking it for longer, it will bake all the way through. And then I'll be able to eat it. Oh, I put in all those chocolate chips. And the flour is not in there to be like a binding agent to actually give it structure. Oh, no. I could be the brownies agent. Oh, I don't want to be an agent. Kudos to all the people who are agents, because I can't do that. That's too much for me. That's a lot of work. And I appreciate the people who do that, but man, I can't. I just cannot. That's a lot of paperwork. I like acting, and it's already like I've had to fill out so much paperwork in the last week alone. Just like one session, doing the paperwork for one session this past week was like a 10-page packet of information. And that's with having an agent. Like I had an agent do that for me. Like they were taking care of some stuff, but I had to fill out all this paperwork. So it's a lot. There are some days where I'm literally just filling out paperwork. And sometimes it's not even for a job. Like you just have to sign NDAs. And you can't just sign things willy-nilly. because I accidentally almost signed away a lot of my rights as a performer to a very large company without realizing it. So I had to do some like back and forth. So there's so much paperwork you have to do. You can't just don't sign anything unless you've read all of the paperwork for things. Don't just intrinsically trust that they're going to take care of you and be good people, because they very well might not be. Even if you think you trust that company, don't. Chaos chocolate. Imagine an Adult Swim show about a woman learning to bake and all of her baked goods come alive and anthropomorphize, and then the poorly things turn out, the more wild their character. Oh no. I mean, thankfully that wouldn't be a normal problem. This is actually like one of the first baking mistakes I've made in a very long time. Like such a rudimentary mistake. I normally don't do this. I think it's just because I'm so invested in the conversation on stream that I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. It's a little bit different. That sort of sounds like Food Wars. I mean, that is Food Wars, kind of. So your perfect strawberry shortcake is proper and posh in English, but these brownies are bayou as fuck. Caitlyn does all the voices. I mean, I wouldn't be upset. See, this wouldn't have happened if you put pineapple bits in there, like I said. JP, I'm glad that you went to go eat dinner. Go cook dinner. I still haven't cooked dinner. I ate kind of a big lunch. I made spaghetti or pasta and meat sauce. So gluten-free. They're chickpea. Here, I'll show you. Banza. These are chickpea noodles, and they have like, look at this, ridiculous, 23 grams of protein. It's too much. When you're already eating like a meat sauce or something, I can imagine it would be better if you're like vegetarian and have a hard time getting protein in, because when you're vegetarian, it's very hard to get your macros correct. But like, it's so much protein. Okay, I need to look at this. It's looking set. It looks set. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. That's a lot of protein. They're really good. The only difference really is that like when you're cooking it, they froth a lot. Like you have to watch it because you have to scoop it out, and then you have to rinse them at the end. In like, I use warm water. They're my go-to for party pasta dishes. Never know when someone's gluten-free. Oh, that's so thoughtful. Well, I need to go to sleep because I've gone 24 hours with sleep, and the last thing I want is to have insomnia again. Night, everyone. Night, Mamba. Hope you get some good sleep. And we'll see you on the next one. There's those squats someone redeemed. Oh yeah, me just like checking the oven. I just want it to be done. I want it to be good, you know? I heard chickpea and thought, hey, that would be great to look into for my diet. Then you showed me the amount of protein. My gal said, no. I know. It's, I feel like I had gout once and I didn't actually get it figured out. But then I stopped eating the amount of protein that I was eating, and then it kind of got fixed-ish. Sort of. I'm going to adjust this because I'm not standing up straight because of it. Yeah. Oh gosh. I just cleaned the kitchen today, but I'm already getting crumbs everywhere. Ooh, it smells like some vinegar. The last thing you want to do is make tea and have vinegar everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry out for a hot second, and then we'll revisit because I would really like some tea. Yeah. Wait, what's been a learning curve? Oh, with gout? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can only imagine. You know, my purity dishes are vegan and gluten-free, but good enough for me as a non-vegan glutinous boy to enjoy. Vegans and gluten-free peeps never get to eat at parties. I want to make sure they're being thought of. Aww. Yeah, that sounds horrible. Wait, the learning curve of having gout or vegan gluten-free? Because I know plenty of dishes that are like actually great that are vegan and gluten-free. I feel like, okay, so I've been wanting to do more cooking streams, but kind of like the situation is that like I don't want to take over the kitchen all the time. Like I've already told my roommates that they're fine to like do things. I'm not using those. No, I'm not doing them right now. I'm sorry, I should have taken them off. I apologize, they're still up. I haven't had a chance to work on that. I need to write myself a note for that specifically because everyone keeps using them. Because I actually wanted to do some Ring Fit streams and I wanted to do more cooking streams, but I was trying to think of ways that I could make it be things that are just in my room. So I'm trying to think of how I can. I have like one single camp burner that you put the like butane can in and then you turn on the flame. I'm ready to. So I'm trying to think of how I can how to like cook a single portion something out of my room, but I'm not sure how I would do it. Easy to work out, more to use up all that extra protein and get jacked. Duh. That is true, Bradley. And nice. It is nice. I know I didn't mean it. It was just a statement on protein. Well, thank you. I need to like actually go through and redeem those points. Case in point, both the brownies and the blondies I made you were vegan and gluten-free, and I'm gonna be honest, I think they were okay. They were actually really good. Bradley and I did a baking swap, and they were really good. Don't want to get your surfaces all sweaty. I know I just cleaned my kitchen. I don't want to get sweat all over it. Also, it's nighttime and I don't want to sweat right now. I was running around doing laundry and cleaning and meetings and all sorts of things today, so I don't want to get all sweaty. Where? That and frictionless floor from Bradley. What? A frictionless floor? Full day. Oh, hey, Nick. Oh my gosh, it's already 8:15. I didn't add... So, Nick, I didn't add flour to my brownies. So... They're not quite turning out as I'd hoped because I fucked up. We're gonna see what happens. That's decently solid. I do not. Okay, you know what? I think I can. Okay. Is that Destiny 1? I need to poke this. Okay, so they have a very, oh yeah, they need to go in for a little bit longer. All right, I'm gonna say, it looks like it's actually, okay, do we see this? It's still a little wiggly. I think it's too wiggly. I think it needs a little bit more time. But it has a, I can't do this, and also, I can't do these many things at once. Okay. I think it needs, all right. I did 6 more minutes. Just gonna be peanut butter bars. So there's several things that came into play with this. I didn't have enough cocoa, so they're slightly less cocoa. So I added a bunch of chocolate chips, which is great, but I didn't add the flour. So the wiggling has been reduced. I reduced the heat. I've taken it down 25 degrees. I've baked in an extra, at this point, it's probably been an extra like 20 minutes, if not more. And I'm putting them in for another, they're a flourless lava casserole. Oh my God, you're right. That's exactly what they are. Wow. So yeah, there's no flour in them. They're like very crispy on the top and it looks very fudgy on the inside. The chippies should give it more body, maybe. Should be fudgy as hell. Oh, it's gonna be very fudgy. It's gonna be so fudgy. I mean, if they turn out too wiggly for you, I will gladly take them off your hands. I mean, yeah, honestly, worst Caitlyn shaking brownies is quite a clip. Oh, my dear. Yeah, gonna be fudging good, am I right? Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fudge. I made that cake. I've made that cake with cheesecake more than once. Yeah, no, it's gonna be delicious. I don't. Oh no, no, don't show him the pineapple clip. I got a little violent when I was cutting up a pineapple earlier. Wiggle jiggle, yellow middle. That's how best of what you are. I may have gotten mildly violent with a knife and a pineapple earlier. You know, pineapple. Oh, Shinichi, were you not here for that? I had a pineapple that I needed to cut up, so I cut it up with the big knife. Violence. It's like my internal monologue when I catch Pokemon, and she didn't have a pen. Pen. Why did I need a pen? Oh, pen, pineapple, apple pen. I'm upset. Shimmy, huh?
How's it going? It smells good over here.
I didn't put flour in these.
I heard. I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem, is it?
So I think what we've determined is that it's going to end up being like one of those molten lava cakes, I think.
Yeah.
Because they look fine. Like on surface, they're like setting up slowly.
Yeah.
And I reduce the heat so that they won't burn anywhere. But like, and they're like crispy on top when you poke it. But it was still wiggly. So I got it to be less wiggly. But that's why I'm leaving in for a little bit longer in the hopes that the middle is the seeming to be the issue part right now. Because it doesn't want to set up and finish cooking the eggs, which is why I reduced the heat. Is it still vinegary?
A little bit. You just gotta rinse it out a couple of times. And vinegar's not bad. I mean, it's
I know,
a base.
I just don't want it to be in my tea. But, yeah, I know it won't die. Like, I've done vinegar shots before. It was just that I don't want to, like, make delicious brown, like, tea and then taste vinegar while I'm eating it.
Well, you just gotta rinse it a couple of times.
True. I did rinse it a couple, but I guess I didn't do hot water, which is probably the smarter thing I should have done. Super kick party. Hey, Solomon. Young Bucks for the win.
Too sweet.
I'm jealous of your stove. Wish I had a gas range. It's all electric where I live. Oh. Shinichi says, I like that shirt of his.
It's pretty dated at this point.
A wild roommate appears. This is Eric, for everybody that doesn't know. He's also a voiceover person and a wrestler with Wrestling Pro Wrestling. I have a glass top stove. I miss having a gas range, but at least glass top is super easy to clean. Oh, yes. Glass tops are so nice.
It's a little better, right?
Yes. Yeah. I think once I boil it, it'll be fine, I hope.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was super effective. Roommate used self-deprecating fashion sense. What? Smithers says hi, Eric. Also Strength says hi, Eric. Also Bradley says hi, Eric.
Hi, everybody.
JP says, guys, it's with a K.
Thank you, JP. Thank you. Norwegian way. True way.
A redundant wrestler. Astounding. Wrestling Pro Wrestling.
It's twice the wrestling and twice the fun because it's twice the wrestling.
I've been there. It's an experience.
You can check it out on Twitch. I'm not gonna cross promote right now, but it's a comedy promotion, and surrealism, I guess, is the genre.
If you've ever wondered what it's like to like walk into a Dada painting or like a Salvador Dali, like you just walk in, but it's wrestling themed, that's Wrestling Pro Wrestling. It's
a good description, honestly.
Accurate. Really, really accurate. It's an experience. I would encourage everyone to experience Wrestling Pro Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
The only part I'm not fond of is the baby men, and I can't remember the name.
My dad says the exact same thing.
I don't like it.
It's my coach loves it. There's this tag team, Rubber Baby, Leather Daddy. And it's these two it's this S&M tag team.
But they're babies. So
no, one's a baby, one's a daddy.
Right.
And they've got these giant, like, California raisin paper mache.
With each other.
No, they don't. They haven't done that yet.
Uncomfortable.
They've done other uncomfortable shit, like put crotches in places they shouldn't belong.
That's
but
fair. Oh, shit. Oh my god.
Like, Orange Cassidy is kind of dry comedy. Ours is very Rick and Morty blue comedy.
Oh my god. I think we finally set. See that? It's not wiggling that much. I think.
It looks good.
Because, like.
Smells great.
Because if I poke, it's like crispy. See how it's like breaking a little bit? Ooh, fucking hot. So I think it'll be fine. I don't know. What do we say on this? It's not.
You should set it before.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're set. I mean, yeah, this is essentially lava cake. If this works out, I'm gonna make this way more. All right. Well, I'm turning the oven off.
Let's see what the chat's saying. Yes, very much kaiju wrestling, by the way. It is. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up.
Leather Baby sounds like Hellraiser Cenobite.
It's not. That's not too far off. Honestly, it's honestly not too far off from the design.
I don't like it.
It's from the mind of Brian Kendrick, so if you want to complain to anybody about it, complain to him.
Yeah.
I'm not in charge of this shit. Like,
Brian Kendrick. Wait, I'm confused. Did you ever do those shows at Second City? They used to grab wrestlers all the time. I did Second City, but I don't think you haven't done Second City.
I haven't done Second City, no.
Huh. No, yeah, they have a wrestling improv show there.
Oh, interesting, because I've done a similar thing, Jack's Comedy Pro Wrestling here in LA, that my friend runs, and he does kind of a improv. It's not even a ring, it's just like a small black box theater that we do like wrestling matches on and cut promos on, but it's mostly comedy based, like improvisational, using the characters much more to create the comedy than the actual wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Second City ran, it only happened like once a month, but they had like wrestlers come in. I vaguely recall it. I wanted to go to that show, but I just never was able to go because of timing or whatever.
That sounds really cool.
Perfection.
There was a show on Saturdays that was the wrestling.
Are those brownies a hit song from Jason Derulo? Because they wiggle. Wow. You're right. They should firm up while they cool.
I gotta go get some food.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go on.
I ordered.
Oh, shit. Never mind. I was about to order Taco Bell, but I stopped myself. Oh, Aunt and Nick. The buds. Yeah, there's a show on Saturdays that was wrestlers. Was it every Saturday? I thought it was one Saturday a month. That's right. Oh, you used to work for the door for that? What? Smallest world, dude. Yeah, only like at the very beginning of all this happening, I was still doing Second City. I was in their conservatory program, and I was just about to go to like the last 2 courses in the conservatory program, but everything went digital, and it's much more complicated doing improv on like a Zoom or something, because the timing's not there. You have lag, so you don't have those immediate like response times. So I didn't end up finishing it. Taco Bell is eliminating all of their menu. What? Explain? Hey, Majere. We're making brownies and I messed up the recipe, but now maybe it's better. Okay, we boiled more water. So hopefully... You know what? I'm going to pour it on this side. Okay, vinegar is gone. I'm gonna let that chill for a hot sec. We have our, for those of you that are just coming in, aka Majere, and also Aunt for coming back. These are our brownies. I did not put flour in because I forgot, but I guess that is essentially the recipe for a flourless lava cake. There's plenty of egg in there. There's plenty of sugar and butter, so I imagine it's still gonna set up and be good. Right now it's way too hot and I don't trust anything, but it is very crisp on the top and it's not wiggling anymore, so that gives me some hope that it's going to be good. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna taste test this one because there's no flour in it, so now there's no reason I shouldn't be able to have it, right? Yeah, there's a good chance that you passed me at the door if you were going there about 3 years ago. Oh no. I was only in Second City through last year. So I was in their program and I was only doing like my class. I was only doing my class shows. I wasn't like going out of my way to be in troops or anything. Because I was doing so much outside of that I didn't want to get involved in the improv world. I just wanted to take classes so I could learn and sharpen up my skills and all that. Taco Bell has a menu still? Oh, did I miss the explanation of why there's no more Taco Bell menu? Because I don't remember that. I'm telling you, those are gonna be great. Next time you cut the flour, though, cook them in ramekins. Oh yeah, I don't have ramekins. I want ramekins so badly. I don't have ramekins. I think I put them on my my wish list. This will be one of the like only times where I'm like, if anyone wants to go on my wish list and give me ramekins, I wouldn't be upset because I want to make creme brulee. I want to make creme brulee and I want to make chocolate lava cake, like molten chocolate lava cake. And I want to make little like parfait, little tart things. I want to do it so bad, but I can't like justify doing it, you know, because it's not. I'm trying to only justify purchases for like gear for voiceover or classes or like rent and food. Those are the only thing I'm like putting any money towards in my life right now. Ceramic mugs will work just as well as ramekins. I don't have a lot of mugs that are the same shape, but I guess that doesn't matter. I have made those like, I don't know, have you guys made those like minute brownie mugs where you put in like, what is it? Like a couple tablespoons of sugar, like a tablespoon or two of cocoa powder, like a tablespoon of flour and a little bit of butter and some cold water, and you mix all that and you put it in the microwave for like a minute and then it firms up into a brownie essentially. Preach. Like they're getting rid of a lot of their items. Oh really? Including the Mexican pizza. Oh, I heard about the Mexican pizza, but I think they were keeping a lot of things still, right? Right? Creme brulee gives you an excuse to buy a blowtorch. I think we have a blowtorch. Microwave mug brownies. That's what this recipe was missing. Fire! Yeah, that would be something I would include. Can probably get 12 for $20 or something. I could, but again, I'm trying not to spend like any money if I can help it. My mochi splurge and my skincare are the only things that like I've spent extra money on, and that's only because I have really terrible skincare problems and I'm trying to go for camera acting now, so I'm trying to like really care about my face. The double-decker taco is already gone. No. I mean, I can't have it anyway, but it was really good. Chalupa. If I was gonna get Taco Bell, I would get a chalupa. I would always get the like nacho cheese chalupas with no sour cream because their sour cream is not, I don't like it. I'm very much not a fan. That's the shortest possible version of me being like, I hate them. Wait, what? Yeah, I have a microwave bread pudding and a mug recipe that's pretty bomb. Oh, that sounds so good. As long as they keep the Crunchwrap Supreme, I don't care what they get rid of. Fair. But it'll make you happy. Also, that's true. You're doing a cooking stream, so you can write that shit off. That's true. I don't really remember that. Hey, you can do those things, Ranger3411. Thank you for the follow and the minor heart attack. Which is, you know, that's a given if you're new here. So don't worry about it. We're concerned enough when she has a knife. She doesn't need a blowtorch. Oh, I need a blowtorch. I need a blowtorch. I want a blowtorch. I want a blowtorch. That's fair. I'll wait. Why are you keeping out of the food talk? Oh, you're not KG. No. Everyone's allowed to be in the food talk. No one's gonna get as weird as KG gets with food. Skincare brownies. I remember one of my roommates a long time ago on like one of the first days that we lived together. I was making these oatmeal cookies and she was like, "Oh, are you done with the bowl?" I was like, "Yeah." And she like scooped her hand around of like all the leftover stuff that was in the bowl, rubbed her hands together and immediately squished it on her face. And I was like, "Oh." She goes, "Oh no, all this stuff and this is really good for your face." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Because I didn't know about any of that yet. So it was just like a very random thing to have occurred so quickly. All over the Angela, Drew. Skincare problems, story of my life. Made those poster childs for acne in the commercials look like they were clear their before pics. Thankfully, I got put on Accutane. Oh man, yeah, skincare problems just suck. Like, I discovered that like I can only have so much coffee. Like, there's so many things I shouldn't really be having, but I sometimes do. Gluten gives me like all sorts of side effects, and then if I have too much coffee, I break out because my anxiety goes. So I can have like maybe a cup a week or so. We're actors. Yeah, no, it's true. Also, Blowtorch gives you fun texturing options with props. Fun props. Yes, it is. Clothing equals wardrobe. That's true. Oatmeal skin cleanse. You want to talk about weird food talk? 2 years ago, Yomicon had a food porn panel. It was interesting when he had been drinking. Oh no! Man, I haven't been to Yomicon in forever. Mr. the Shrew, tea, you're right. I haven't made tea. Movies, video games, audiobooks, etc. Research. I did get for like movies and TV shows and stuff. I got on that train to where I remember to write that off, but some stuff I forget about it. It's easy to forget how many things you're supposed to be writing off as an actor. But I don't think you can write off like getting your hair done and stuff, right? Okay, no more vinegar smell. No more vinegar. We're good. I cleaned my kitchen today because I knew I wanted to stream in here. Oh, I miss Yoma too, Nick. We were just talking on a stream last night about like how we both met at YomaCon. And yeah, cons are like the reason my life is the way it is right now. Like moving to LA and doing all the things that I'm doing. You're just using part of your apartment as a home office. You can write off a fraction of your rent and your utilities. Dang! I should really be fixing that. I know, that's why I have a guy. No, you can. Yeah, cosmetics. Oh, you're right. No, I really should be writing that off. I'm not very good at this. I'm very new. There's so many things you have to care about in like the world of acting. Like there's normal life, living your day to day, and then there's like trying to make a career in the entertainment industry. It is so hard. It's so hard to keep all these plates spinning. Like, and I know it's probably like people I don't even know very well are like, whoa, girl, you gotta slow down. You're gonna burn out. But I'm also like, you have to like have that constant drive of like doing things. Cause like, you know, things, if one thing falls, you have to have another thing to build it up like immediately. So even though I have like a day job, it's not enough to live out here. So you have to like do 20 things at once to make it work. I had a chance to go to YomaCon. Oh, I hope in 2021 cons can return. Man, I hope so. Like, I just got to a point where I was like, you know what? I'd like to go to cons again. Because I worked at them for a really long time. I've been to a ton of them. And now I want to actually go as like a guest and just get to hang out with people. Because I always had to work, so I couldn't really chat for more than like 3 minutes anywhere. So I'd love to go back and actually get to talk with people. In a slower pace setting than the like boom 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 that you have to do all the time. Yoma is still on this year. I can't. That's so risky for me. It's also in like a very busy time of year, so I can't risk traveling anywhere if I can help it. So same with her variety of work that Caitlyn's union. I'm actually not union yet. I am SAG eligible. So I know from prior experience that you differentiate streamer from any real performance job that falls under SAG-AFTRA. Otherwise, you'd need to fill out all the paperwork and pay yourself SAG rates as your own producer. It's way more trouble than it would be worth to claim yourself. Claim you can write off any streaming supplies as an actor. Yeah. So thankfully, I'm not in the union yet. I'm literally right on the line. So that's another thing to deal with acting stuff, is like when you do get further up in your career, like you want to join the union so that you can be working on union jobs, but then you can't work non-union jobs, and non-union is like 90% of what I work right now. So it's like it's a lot. It's a lot. So that's the whole thing. If you want, I'll give you my guy's number. You know what? I wouldn't mind. My tax person this year, I've been going through H&R Block for several years now, and H&R Block has done me pretty good pretty much every time. But, you know. I do miss cons. I know. That's how I know so many people through, like, in here even. It's all exposure. If ALA returns this year, I'm going to strive to be there. I would love to go to ALA. I've never been. Union is awesome because it gives you a minimum wage and safety standards, but it has its own troubles. Yes, it does. All right, I'm going to make tea, and then we're going to bust into this and see what happens, because I'm not sure what's going to go down, you know? We'll see. I have my cup. I have my cons. Aloud. I've just been doing my own taxes and praying. Oh, that's scary. All right, let me get a tea going on. I should get something that would go well. How about a Madagascar vanilla rooibos? Because I can put milk in this, and that will be great. All right. Un momento, por favor. Do you think they're gonna be set enough? I don't know why I'm asking that. I know we all don't know the answer. Okay. SAG doesn't find you work. SAG. Wait. It's technically not a union. From my experience with the unions, there's always going to be pros and very annoying cons. It's a guild. SAG doesn't find you work. That is very true. They do not. You have to find that on your own. That's what I said when I had a furry visitor break into my garbage last summer. No! Hence why all the lower tier people are now getting wrung for all their money. Oh, for voiceover? It feels like less union right now and more a guild with their dumb choices. It kind of does. Lion flavored ice cream? No. It's just tea. Ooh, with the brownies? Hubba hubba. Ooh, baby, oh baby. Yeah, I put my milk in first, so it always looks weird. But, give it time. Yomo will cancel once it's close enough. They're probably honestly just waiting for other contracts to, like, get in the way so that they have to cancel, and then they won't incur any costs. Because that's what's eating conventions alive. This is not protecting the knife. This is not protecting anyone from the blade. Okay. All right, we're good. If it's cool enough for me to grab the glass, then it's probably cool enough for me to cut. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Gonna move this a little bit. I'm gonna get a little plate out. See what happens. I know, I'm scared. I'm scared. All right, here we go. Oh, I think it's actually set. Like, for real. The chocolate chips are making this more complicated. There's a lot of chocolate on this. Like a lot. Okay, hang on. I need a fork. It's like bleeding chocolate everywhere. I should eat a big piece first, so I'm gonna. Alright, let's see how well this comes out. Or if it does. It's a pile! Oh no! Oh god. It's everywhere! Ah! I know, bad phrasing. Okay. So some of the chocolate chips have cooked onto the bottom of the pan. Not the worst, not the best. It has set up the peanut butter, the oil from the peanut butter has made it like, I don't know if you can see like right in there, but it's like very shiny, and I think it's just the oil from so much peanut butter combining with the chocolate, because the outer parts of it are totally fine. I'm not putting that on there, that's hot. Stay. Okay, so this like cooked like a molten chocolate cake on the outside. That's not bad. And the top of it is like crunchy. I don't know if you can hear this. Can you hear that at all? It's like cooked. It's definitely cooked. I don't know. It's still very fluid though.
Try a piece of that.
Yeah. Do it up.
I'm just gonna get like.
Oh, yeah.
Might get a lot here. So.
So it's like, shut up.
It's good though.
It's of course it's good. It's like chocolate and butter and sugar. But I don't know. I think those would actually be.
I'm not picky about texture when it comes to those ingredients together.
That's fair. I mean, I think if I made this cold, if I got this to be cold, because like that's probably as set up as it's gonna get. And it's I don't know. It's not wiggling. Ice cream. I don't have any ice cream.
Actually, yes.
That was a face of complete indifference when you took a bite. I think it's because I'm so upset with myself that I didn't put the flour in. That like unrefined raw choco peanut butter ore. I mean, kind of. It is actually very good. I shouldn't shit all over it. I think I'm just mad at myself for doing the recipe incorrectly, because it's now a completely different dish than what I was intending to make. But you know, that's life. Sometimes you try to make one thing, you make something else. Oh well. Still good. Chocolate scab. Ew. Not lava cake, just lava. Slap on a few scoops of vanilla. I wish I had any ice cream. Caitlyn, Sarah can smell them. Was she talking about it in Prince Division?
On her stream?
Probably. She's probably gonna hate me so much.
She just like put a piece right outside her door just so it just walks.
Oh my god. Oh my god, sick. Thank you for the follow. I didn't know what had happened. Okay. Go try freezing it. I think freezing this is going to be the best thing that could happen. Yeah, I'm in total agreement with that. Because like, yeah, you can't. I should set down my fork before I try and jam this pan of molten things in front of my computer. Like, see how it's like set? It's pretty well set, but it's still a little on the melty side. I am content with the outcome. That is where I will leave it. I think once it is completely set and cooled, it's probably going to be way better. But it's really good hot. I just wish I had ice cream for it. You know? Maybe in the fridge overnight. That's true. Okay, then ice cream, milk, blender, milkshake. I feel guilty for not pointing it out. No, and dude. No. Don't feel guilty for that. But know that you all are very welcome to call me on my bullshit at any point in time.
We all do.
Yeah. It goes back and forth, you know?
Yeah, there's a healthy balance in this household.
Yeah.
Of bullshittery.
Try to keep it that way anyway. Alright. This is growing on me. I'm becoming less upset and more excited that I made it. I should make Sarah a piece. If Sarah's actually commenting on that, you can tell her in chat that I'll bring her one. I've done that in the army with with some of your baking. Had an ingredient missing and replaced with something else, and it turned out amazing. She's not used to the follow. The follow? All the sounds scare her, but she can't ID them yet. I know. I'm the one that set them up, and I just like, I don't know what it is that I just like space out of my brain and like forget. Every time though, dude. Every time. I just did that thing where you like spit from under your tongue. I forget what that's called. Put some plastic wrap on it and throw it in the fridge. I actually have for this specific glass pan, I have these. So it's almost cool enough. The base of it's still pretty hot, so I'm like not hot enough to like burn my hands, but it is like very toasty where if I kept it there for more than 30 seconds it would probably start to burn. Would chickpea flour work? So yes, it is gluten-free. So that's why I'm like excited that it worked, but also just mad at myself that I didn't make what I was intending to make. But it is gluten-free, and now it's it's pretty good. I just wish that I had made what I was intending to make. You know? You're more than welcome to have a piece of glob if you want.
Is that what we're calling it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the more it sets up, the better it is. Yep. Way better now.
Where's the
Oh, it's over here.
Grazie.
Mm-hmm. At least your kitchen is roomier than mine. Yeah, thankfully our kitchen is actually fairly large. Like, I've been in kitchens where, like, this counter is all that we had, and the sink and the stove were on it. And then there was, like, this much counter space. You could put, like, this teeny, 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 tiny chopping board on it. That was it. Nothing else. There are no mistakes, only happy accidents.
This was a very Bob Ross stream.
Pretty much. I mean, it all worked out. They're still really good. No one tell
chill,
Coy.
Very.
No one tell Coy that there's no flour in these. Because I'm supposed to take him some of these. So, don't tell him. I should not be telling 35 people on the internet not to tell someone something, because that means they're probably going to, but just don't do it. You know?
He'll get tweets the day after.
Maybe
He's
it's
like,
solid.
"Hey, how are those brownies? How are they?"
How are they? Were they good?
Yeah.
Are they good? Were they everything you want? Great. All my cocoa is gone. I knew I recognized that pan. Oh, yeah. No, this thing's great. Because then I don't have to think about, like, covering it in foil or whatever. Now I want some brownies. I'm sorry. I meant chickpea flour for future reference. It's gluten-free, yet still have flour. Actually, I have, where is it? I actually have this gluten-free all-purpose baking flour. So what's in this is garbanzo bean flour, potato starch, tapioca flour, whole grain sorghum flour, and fava bean flour. So it has a, just gonna tap my finger in this. So it's like, it's very fine, but it does, like after I've rubbed it, there's like, you see that line on my finger? So it kind of like bunches together. It's a little bit thicker than normal flours are. I mean, it would still function if I wanted to, like, if I was thinking, I would have used that in the brownies and then made them that way.
I want to say, there's something about this that works without the flour. Like, honestly, I this is really good. Like, there's some tastes that I'm just like, ooh, nostalgia. You know those tastes that, like, bring you back?
Yeah.
To certain things? Like, there was one that hit me that I'm just like, oh, working at, like, the movie theater.
Oh.
Like, I don't know. Like, something hit me there. Like, this is really good. And there's something especially about the top layer.
The crunchy bit?
The crunchy bit that's, yeah,
I think it's the butter that went to the top with the sugar and then created, like, that crunchy layer. It's kind of like, thinner than a potato chip level of crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe half the thickness. It was good. It was very Bob Ross, except for the pineapple threat. I don't know if you were there for that.
I saw you cutting up the pineapple.
I, like, wrung the head of it, because you have to take the top part off, and you just, twist and pull it off. So I took that off, and then, like, threw it away and came back and was like, don't fuck with me. You know, like you do. Chocolate lava. Chava? Choclava? Yeah, pretty much what I got right now.
That's really good.
Could be mixing chia seeds and water to be a good substitute. No. I hate chia seeds. Every time I have chia seeds, they get stuck in the back of my throat, and then I get a throat infection. Like, every time.
What seeds?
Chia. Because they expand with water, but they're kind of like protected in this weird little jelly bubble thing when they get water on them. So then it's very easy for them to be stuck somewhere in your throat and you not be able to get them out. They're nightmare. They're nightmare seeds. I know you only saw it once, but the kitchen I had in my first apartment in Minnesota was so damn tiny. Yeah, you had a very tiny cooking situation. I think it was about the same, if not mildly smaller than my first apartment. Because I was living in 400 square feet with another person, 10 rats and 2 cats in my first apartment.
What's funny is that our apartment here has a very similar layout to Ed and Xander's, but theirs is just basically twice the size of everything.
Yeah, they have an extra, like, 4 feet in their apartment. So,
like, it's the identical layout, except there is just a little bit of extra square footage in both the kitchen and the living room.
It was either an extra 2 or 4 feet, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
They got the front apartment, though, so that's the thing. Like, every other apartment here is pretty much identical.
Yeah, they're nice, though.
Mm-hmm.
Fava bean flour. I wonder if the taste varies from person to person. Bruce apartments tend to be on the lackluster side when it comes to kitchens for some reason. Oh, yeah. It's the chat's little secret. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm not sure someone's messaging him right now. Not me, since I have no clue who that is. That's fair. Yeah, mix the flour types so it add chickpea flavor to your pancakes. That's probably wise. Starbucks had this experimental witch's brew frap that had chia seeds as frog eggs. What? I hate that. I hate that idea. I hate it. I don't want it. I'm very opposed. I don't know, Majera. My first apartment's kitchen was a good size. Now the one I have is kind of small. I put flaxseed and chia seeds in my fruit smoothies like every day for lunch at work, and I've never had an issue with it. You must be lucky then. Because, like, man, every time I've had chia seeds, something has gone horrifically wrong and then I get sick. It's like it gets stuck near my tonsils and then I can't get them out and then I end up, like, dying on them. Not dying for real, you know what I mean. Unless I've died, like, a bunch of times and I don't know it. Maybe that's happened. I don't know. I've had 10 rats as well. 3 of them were my pets. The rest just lived there. Oh. Oh no. Ratatouille. I always think of what if someone was like, that's gross. Patooey rather than, but like saying ratatouille. It's a stretch, but I think it's funny. Don't judge me. Don't judge me! All right, tea time. Ooh, this was a good choice for tea. It was an orange flavored frap that had purple coloring. Ew. It's like they were like, chia seeds are a superfood. We'll stick them in there. That'll be delicious. And then it wasn't, and was a terrible plan. I've had several friends that work at Roblox. I have multiples of these mugs. None of them work there anymore, but I think it's funny. Wait, what? Maybe because I don't have any tonsils. Maybe. But it happens. I've died twice. Well, to be fair, both happened within the first week I was born. Even proclaimed with a TOD. TOD? What's TOD? I can't judge. You got my fava bean joke. Yay! You're a judge. We'll move on from this. Mama Jerry, got any free men left? I honestly don't know. Time of death? Oh. I see. That makes sense. Man, this was so bad. I should eat a second piece to make sure that it's not good still. Seriously, as it has cooled, it has gotten way better. Mainly because it's set up more. I think the chocolate just needed to set because it was too like fluid with all the chocolate chips in there. The chocolate chips were a great choice, don't get me wrong. But you know. Okay. Oh, I dropped it. Stop. Shut up. Don't talk about it. Whatever. Sounds like no one else is gonna get any unless they come down to get it. Yeah. Shut up. It wasn't a fail. It was just an unintentional mistake that I made. I'm gonna head to bed. Almost 1 a.m. here and I have such to do tomorrow. Hope you all have a great night. Good night, Gone Moon. Thank you so much for hanging out and being part of this adventure of making these. I appreciate you very much. I hope we get some good sleep and have a good day tomorrow. That's horrible. Don't eat any. Yeah, I'm going to tell everybody that. And I'm sure someone will be clipping that. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. Don't clip that one. No one needs to see that. Caitlyn, you're supposed to be eating a spoon, not a fork. I already ate the spoon. All right, I'm going to eat one more piece. Should I eat one more piece? I didn't eat dinner. This is me being very inappropriate. I think I should. I do have to get up in the morning though. You know what? I'm not. I'm gonna be responsible. Alright. Yeah, I can do that. Or I can have a really tiny piece.
So you're not really sure what they're
I'll just cut it in half. I'm being responsible. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that actually set up. Okay. This was a wise choice. Now I'm happy. Okay. You know what? I'm glad. I'm glad that I took one more piece. Okay. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna call this a win. This was a good one. All right. I'm happy with myself. Turned out all right. Sweet. Thank you all for believing in that. Because I wasn't going to. I was really ready to be upset with myself. And then just leave it at that. But you guys were like, no, it's going to be fine. And I was grumpy about it. But it was good. And it is good. And I'm going to bring Koi some of it tomorrow. Because it's a little too late tonight. I had a meeting today that I thought was, or a chat. I call everything a meeting. Any type of conversation with like 1 or 2 people is a meeting in my mind. But yeah, I ended up having a meeting that went like for 4 hours or so, which was great. It was a really wonderful, lovely talk. But this is now a meeting. This is a meeting. Everyone, thank you for coming to the meeting. We're here to talk about flourless brownies. Hey, it turned out alright. Also, what were your thoughts on cooking stream? Was this fun? Did you have a good time? I'm more than happy to do more of these. I think I'm like worried that people aren't gonna have a good time, and so I don't want to like do things that people are gonna be like, man, don't do that. Please do more. Oh, okay. Cool. Here I am getting worried about everyone is like, yeah, do it.
I have both of those, but that's the thing. They didn't release one
But yeah.
for season 3.
I mean, I guess I should also ask, like, what do you guys want to see? Because I can make more gluten-free stuff. I could make vegan stuff. I can make, I mean, I just started getting into cooking steaks, which I'm very interested in. But that's like a whole thing of stuff to do. I'm sure entertaining enough without a video game being up on the stream. Flair. Although food streams are a little bit more investment of time and preparation so that I don't mess anything up. Do what you love. Everyone just loves hanging out with you. Oh, thank you. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. By sheer force of will, you have wrenched success from the clutches of failure. One more taste test for science. I mean, yes, it's science must know. This has to be peer reviewed. I am the peer. There's no right way to beat the boss. If you beat it, you beat the boss. It tastes good. Success. That's what I do. What you want. There's an audience for everything. That's true. But I like the people that are in here right now and the people that have been coming in. So I just want to, like, I want to be mindful of you guys too. Like, this is a give and take, I feel like. Like, I'm not just... Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't love it. Like, I love cooking. I love baking. I love playing games. I love doing all these things. But it is also, like, something I want to be, like, a conversation. I don't want it to just be me being like, enjoy this or fuck off. Like, no, that's not what I want. Meat. I'll cook meat. Man, I did make anime meat for, I don't know if any of you saw the anime du jour. I only ever got to make 2 episodes. I really, really, really want to make so many more of that. I want to make a full, like, series of anime du jour. But I made, like, anime meat where there's, like, the bone and then it's seared on the outside. Those were really good. I want you to do what you want to do. I only turn on your streams because I get very lonely in my apartment during COVID and like the sound of talking. The medium does not matter. That's fair. You know what? I do the exact same thing. I turn on streams just to listen to my friends talk or listen to someone who I think is funny or entertaining talk. And I feel like we all need that, like, always. So I'm more than happy to be that person for you. And I'm thrilled that you guys are in the chat because that's what makes this fun. Like, getting to talk to each other is what's exciting to me. And also, you know, cooking and games and everything else. It's all of the things all at once, you know? Just be like, enjoy this. I won't be paying attention to the chat. No. Well, baking is a science, cooking is an art. True. I never heard back from my Netflix guy about that. Oh, no worries, Drew. It's all fine. I hear someone coming down the stairs. Ooh. Thanks for the host, Nate. Sarah's here for a brownie.
Oh, yeah, Sarah's there too.
Are you done? Or are you still going?
Oh no, we're still going.
Oh my god.
But I've been like, I'm smelling something that's peanut butter and I want it.
Are you done with D&D?
No, she's on break.
We're
That's
on break.
funny.
We're about to just rolled initiative.
Sarah, say hello to the chat. They were talking about you earlier. You don't have to. There you go. She's like, I don't wanna. Oh my god, Christian just raided with a party of 66. Hi. Oh boy, what do I play? Everyone says hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Let me paint you a picture.
I have no makeup on, so.
Oh lord, that doesn't mean anything.
It means a lot.
You're fine.
Fork. Need fork.
Hello, Raiders. We were doing a cooking stream. I made my gravy, Black Wolf Diamond. Thank you for the follow. We've been doing a baking stream. I made peanut butter brownies. I accidentally made them flourless. Oh my god.
But I thought you couldn't eat gluten anyway.
I know, it worked out for the best, huh? Oopsie. Thank you for those bits, Majere. Tell Sarah I don't have any makeup on either.
But you're not on camera.
How are you, 7? Thank you for the follow. Yes, these turned out not quite as I was expecting, but they're good.
They're very nice.
Yeah. Here, Sarah's the review. How are they, ma'am?
Ooey gooey.
Ooey gooey.
And
There you
very
go.
Good.
Very ooey gooey. Yes. So
Did you use a mix for these?
I did not use a mix for these.
They're great.
These are just sugar, a lot of butter, some eggs.
Great British Bake
Cocoa.
Off is already in
I know.
you. I love it. So much Great British Bake Off. We gotta start all the way from the start and watch the holiday ones, and watch the celebrity ones, and watch the master class.
Sarah and I have been watching the Great British Bake Off for the last week or two.
We only got through a couple episodes because we haven't watched it.
We've been through 5.
I could watch a season in a day.
That's fair. That's a good point. But it's been, there's been a lot of Great British Bake Off. So now it's getting me into baking again, which is going to be dangerous because I'm just going to push everything on everyone else if there's flour in it.
Weeks. You're going to love the gluten-free
I'm
weeks.
going to have so much food in the house. I can't eat all that. Oh my goodness. Identify yourself. Oh wait. Yeah, I'm sorry, Raiders. I just didn't even think about doing a spiel of who I am and what this is. Hi, I'm Caitlyn. I'm a voice actress. I've been in a bunch of stuff like Little Witch, as Croy Merides. I've been in Maple Story 2. I was in Wasteland 3 that just came out. I been in a bunch of shit. Click on my face in the About Me. There's the whole thing. I think if you put exclamation point Caitlyn, that gives a bunch of... I think I wrote something for that. I don't remember.
Why does that keep surprising you?
I was inhaling.
You're gonna kill her.
Wait, what was that? Our boy Roy is in Claude's Quad. And SHSL _ dead. Thank you for the follows. Those are lovely names. Oh my goodness. Yes, Cat Banana. It is a cooking stream. Oh, hey, now Ignatz can help you with your art form. Oh my god, that would be lovely. Oh. Oh. Bradley. Oh, thank you. I will sacrifice my caloric budget for your baking habits. Lol, what are friends for? You know what? That's probably going to be what happens is if I start baking more often, I'm just going to be like, hey, friends in LA. Hey, you want some baked goods? I got a lot of baked goods. You want some?
I mean, we can pound this off to Ed and Xander and them all the time.
I know, but there's Morgan, and she does cooking streams too, so I don't want to, make it worse. Or maybe I should make it worse.
Oh, you should.
Nightmare mode, 2020. Can't
put
stop.
together.
Can't stop, won't stop. Yeah, for real. Dear gods, that show is correct, Drew.
Do a 4-layer cake, and each of you do 2 layers. But you do different flavors? I know. I have the best ideas.
You do, and I'm upset, but also happy. Oh my lord. Whoa. Chat's going so fast. Was watching from Allegra's stream. Aw. I love Christian. He's so lovely. I just randomly messaged him a minute ago. I've made one of those kinds of cakes. Majira says he's made one of those kinds of cakes.
Awesome.
Multi-layer with different flavor. Mary fucking Berry. What does that mean?
Oh, because Caitlyn's only watched the latest season, and this is when they've replaced Mary Berry with Prue. Mary Berry was the other female judge before Prue. I also like Mary Berry because she's a little more, I don't know how to describe her because Prue's a little more trollish about it, but Mary Berry's a bit more dainty. But they're both lovely.
Oh no.
They're both devastating where they're just I think this cake is a bit stodgy.
Oh no.
I don't think I enjoy this. She's
No. I can't take it when they give the criticism of this isn't quite firm enough. You can tell that it's uncooked here. It's just it cuts straight through to your bone, and you're just
I know, it's so devastating.
Why?
It's a soggy bottom.
Oh no.
God. Oh God, not the pie.
Oh no. Oh my gosh, wait. If I got back into baking, I would put in even more weight than I already have in the past 3 months. Oh, Lord. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is my Valentine. Live action FMA is Lust. Yep. Oh, Lord. They were playing Among Us. I still haven't played that yet. Ooh, we just learned how to spell my name. Sorry, guys. After all these months, why is it asking that? I will sacrifice my... Oh, we saw that. Someone said my name right. Woo!
Look, if you're still up when I'm done with my thing and you want to watch an episode, let me know.
I might. I need to watch Princess Bride in a little bit. She gonna be doing a mail order baked goods? I might. I don't know. Want some cookies? Send a baked goods. Is Caitlyn a thing? Is that serious? That is pronounced bang Caitlyn? Well, being enthusiastic to say it, I wonder if another term might be refused. Whoopee. There it is. Hey Elizabeth and everyone, how's it going today? Hey Treyberg 95. Sorry I said that weird at first and also in an accent. I don't know why that turned on. Oh, Eric says hi. I am roommates with Eric and Sarah and Bill. What type of cake you haven't made but want to make? Ooh. I want to say something with matcha. I want to make another mousse cake. I made tiny mousse cakes before when I was doing anime du jour. And that was lovely. I really haven't talked about anime du jour enough, I feel like. If you look up that online, you're going to find 2 episodes of a show that I made that I really want to keep making more of. But as the world as it is right now, I can't make any more. But it was basically like an afternoon tea where I would make a menu based off of an anime. And then I would have a voice actor come in and I would interview them. And all the questions were based off of something in the movie revolving around the dish and asking them about their career. I love doing it. I've wanted to do so much more of it. But I made these like mango mousse cakes that were really, really good. Also, sup? Each time I jump from a notification that curses shit out of me. Well, get prepared to have shit cracked out of you more, because I jump at pretty much every one. Well, yeah, it cuts through. It's true because it's not firm enough. Lol. Oh my goodness. Name right. Our boy Roy. Among Us is basically Mafia, if you ever played that. I have not played, but Tom really wants me to play it. I'm part of Nerd On. Let's see if that works. There we go. Part of Nerd On, which is a podcast, but we also do streaming over there. But like Tom really wants us to play Among Us, and he'd be too good at it. I think he'd win. Among Us is a fun watch. I'm assuming it is fun. I don't know. It makes me nervous. I want to make it Claire's again, but that would be a really, really bad idea. Inconceivable. Last time I made them, I made like 4 dozen. Didn't last the night. Oh no. That's dangerous. All right, y'all. All right. What a time. What a time to be alive. Thank you for joining me on this delicious winding path of a journey to now. I appreciate all of you. There's going to be, just so you guys know, I've actually made a stream schedule now. I stream on Tuesdays, whenever. So it'll happen on Tuesday, it'll happen on Thursday. If it doesn't happen on those days, I'll make it happen on Saturday. Because I wasn't able to stream on Thursday because so much work fell in my face that I just didn't have time. But Tuesday and Thursday, probably during the day, are going to be like, if I can make it work with people's recording schedules, it'll be like 11 to 2. And then on Saturdays, it's kind of like whenever I'm done with all of my work and can stream. So yeah, but Tuesday and Thursday is probably more likely going to be gaming of some kind. And then Saturdays, I want to be my cooking days. Because I also have Jeff. We did a Hawaiian food stream before where I opened a coconut with a Dremel and also almost brought out a machete to open it because it wouldn't open. But he's been wanting to do like a Korean barbecue food stream. So I think we're going to do something along those lines in the future. Yay, schedules. I know. I stream whenever. It's only a stream schedule in that like I I really enjoy streaming, and I really like hanging out with you guys and talking about stuff and like going on video game or cooking or whatever kind of journeys together. So I'm more holding space on those days specifically to stream. So that's like my stream schedule. So like the difficulty is that like I still have a day job in addition to doing voiceover and living with 3 voiceover people that we all use the same booth. So then I can't like eat up the bandwidth while someone is doing a session. So then that's where it's like it'll be on Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday, or all of them. I'm holding space to like make it happen on those days, but I don't have a dedicated time because it's kind of the Wild West of like we don't know when someone's going to book a session. I don't know when I have to go to work last minute because I work at a music recording studio, and then that's its own thing of insanity. So I never quite know. Yeah, life does happen, JP. It really does. It happens when it happens. Caitlyn will try to keep a schedule, but no promises. Basically, yes. I am juggling a lot of things. I'm doing voice acting. I'm taking a business of on-camera acting right now so that when the world opens back up, I can hit the ground running with on-camera stuff. There's a lot. There's a lot. I could listen forever. Good entertainment, Caitlyn. I hope the NES cartridge is dry by now. Me too. Hey, our boy Roy. Caitlyn, even your neighbors want the brownies. Oh no, is Ed talking about it too? Oopsie. Remember the kimchi? Oh yeah, I have kimchi in my fridge. Thank you for reminding me. Get a splitting maul for a pineapple. Might be overkill, but it would work. I do have a machete on my bed that I could probably use for the pineapple next time. Machete? Bruce wasn't there, right? No, Bruce was not here. I'd be very concerned if Bruce was here. No. It's a if you can, you will. Yes. Definitely. So definitely Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I will make time. So those are the days to kind of expect a random like, I'm going live in like 30 minutes or like, I'm going live right now. Those are the days that I will hold space for that. But if you miss streams, feel free to go to my YouTube, which I think this is the right thing. Yes. I put all the VODs up. I'm in the process of putting up a backlog of everything right now. So if you want to watch the VODs, feel free to go over there. Follow this channel if you want to see more things pop up, because I know this gives notifications for real, and Twitter is not always, it's kind of a, if you don't see it, it's gone. So if you want the notifications there, please feel free to follow. No pressure or anything. All up to you of what you want to do with your life. Let's see. We're talking about our Shark Dairy friend and Raft. Yes. It does look like you, Drew. It actually really does look like you. Yes, Lenny used a machete on Bruce Cosmic Fleet quicker. That's true. Sarah brought it up and he wants it now. No. Why's your name Boobs? You don't have any.
I see you.
I mean, I do, but they're doing their thing separately for me. And sub. Thank you, Bradley. I appreciate that. Oof, because she thought it was a funny name. Yes, actually, Boobs McBarrog came from when I was working at a bunch of conventions because I was selling hats, like top hats. And I always wore corsets and stuff. So, of course, my boobs are all, like, hiked up and everything. And then I put on this, like, big horned helmet. And someone made the joke of, like, haha, Boobs McBalrog. And then I was like, I like that. I'm keeping that. And now it's been my internet name for, like, past, like, 10 years. Yeah. So, it's nothing, like, sexual or anything like that. It's like, yes, I am a well-endowed woman. But, like, that's not... It's more of a, it kind of gives me a little bit of insight into what level of conversation you're willing to have with me based on how you talk to me based on the username. I didn't join any fire. But yeah, everyone that's been in here has been so cool. Thank you guys for being so encouraging and supportive and everything. I really appreciate just the time. Like you're choosing to give your time, and I really appreciate that. Okay, I should probably go. I told Nick we were gonna watch a movie like an hour ago. No, you're cool. You're breathtaking. Oh my god, okay. Just remember, sometimes she can be a boob. Yes, I can be a boob. Like, foolish. Alright, let me go find another channel for us to raid. Because that is how some of you guys came here. So I would like to find another for y'all to hang out. Let me see who's up. Oh, Morgan's up. What is she doing? Let's go over there. Morgan what? Oh, sorry if you're hearing. Oh, I think she's doodling. Cool. There we go. Everyone going over to Morgan. What should we tell her? What's happening?
Okay, you return to Oregon.
Okay. What should we say? What should our message be over to Morgan, you guys?
What the fuck?
Doodles? Yeah, she's doodling Pokemon, I think. Ooh, put Morgan used draw. It was a critical hit. Or something like that. I'm silly. Whatever. Okay. Always use flour. Gluten-free brownies. Yes, hashtag gluten-free brownies. Y'all can do whatever you want. I'm gonna peep in there for a minute. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out on the stream. I really appreciate you guys hanging out and being part of this journey of making these things. All right. You guys have a great night. Take care of yourselves. Drink water. Eat good food. Get some good sleep. And I'll see you next time. Have a good night. Bye.